Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another tournament stream. Woo! First one of the season for me. It is the third day of the first qualifier for the EU server, and I'm just hanging in there waiting for the room invite to come. And when it does, I'll go into the room and then I'll take you into the garage so that people can't see each other's lineup just yet. There we go. Okay, so some house cleaning. There is a 3-minute delay on this stream. That means that basically to avoid stream sniping, I will not be entering the room until it's like 3 minutes gone, to make sure that people can't actually see each other's lineups and everything. Also, there are no rewards for watching the stream aside from the epic gameplay that you'll get to see. We are starting it off with 7 Urks versus Tess, but after that we will be switching off to Appa, but they have a bye for the first round, which is why we're following another clan in the beginning. So yeah, basically, you might be able to hear it. My voice is still a bit weird. I am a little bit sick, so I might mute every now and again to, let's say, make sick noises. Let's put it that way. I've got some throat, cough drops in my throat to mouth to make sure that I'm not like going into a giant coughing fit while commentating, hopefully. But yeah, just in case that does happen, then you know why that's happened, basically. I am looking forward to the games tonight, though. I wouldn't want to miss it, stick or not stick, so here we go. Half a minute left to go before we can go into the room and have a look at what the teams are taking into battle with them. We have 3 rounds today. They are at set times. I will be showing replays in between. I am pretty limited on replays right now, though, so basically you will be seeing the same ones a few times, probably. If you have any replays that you want me to show in between tour battles, not tonight obviously, but other days, then be sure to join my Discord server and post them in the tournament replay channel that I've got specifically for that reason. So yeah, now the clock is below 3 minutes, so we can actually go into the room and have a look-see. Like I said, we are starting it off with 7 Urks versus Tess, and yeah. Desert Sands, we've got some new tier 10 tanks in the game and everything, and I'm quite curious to see what the meta is going to be like this season. Because, quite frankly, I can always like make guesses beforehand. I generally do not, because what works in normal games is very different from what works in tours. And it's always a pleasant surprise to learn what the meta is throughout the season. Last season, of course, we saw a lot of street wagons. And we see several of those again now as well. So just over 2 minutes left to go before we go into the first game of this best of 5. We see that 7 Urks has an AMX 50B potentially, 2 IS7s, an LT and 3 street wagons. And the AMX is being changed to a TVP. Whereas Tess is taking 2 IS7s, 2 60Ps, an AMX 50B, a Steve, and just an LT, basically. Thing is, there are more light tanks in tier 10, I know, but having to say all the names as a whole is pretty tedious, to be honest. So I tend to not do that. So yeah, 1.5 minutes left to go before we can go into battle. Everyone is ready now. The only one that isn't yet is the game itself. This is always the tedious part. Oh, not long ago I actually bought a fidget spinner because I always like when I'm sitting still I go absolutely mad. So I got this little fidget spinner now and it's absolutely amazing. It's got that little poppy ball thingies, but you can also spin it and it makes noise and everything. It's bad to use while streaming because the noises could potentially come on stream as well, but worth it. So yeah, now we just wait. To be fair, like with the Steves, I don't blame any team for using premium or collectible tanks in a tour game, because it's not their fault that a tank is meta or isn't meta, basically. And it makes sense that you use whatever tank you need to in order to win. Thank you, Bike. I'm probably pronouncing that all wrong. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I don't blame any team for using them. I do wish that basically there would be less... I wouldn't call it pay to win, but let's say pay to win in tours. And here we go. First game, Max Verstappen, George Russell, Albert Einstein and Norman Bates are all in one team. GG. Some of the other names I'm not really going to be pronouncing out loud, but there is that. In the meantime, my laptop is so warm right now. It's like 30 degrees in here. I've actually got my window open. This is basically proof of how much I love tournaments to stream in these weather conditions. Because like 30 degrees Celsius might be normal where you live. In the Netherlands, that is not normal. We have like a few days like that every year. But that's about it. Norman Bates shooting mess. Mess. To begin with. And of course, we have Mur spotting over there. But all of TAS has gone into town. We see blind shots happening. And now base A is being taken as well as base C. But 7 Urks arrived there just a little bit early. So they should have that little advantage. No, it's actually because they kept together. TAS has a teeny advantage here. King Fire Death has been spotted. And he is playing carefully. Mur is spotted. Going up with Spotty Spot. But is being very careful. We have the 2 TVPs. Spotting. But not making any moves just yet. They know that there's some guns trained on them. They don't know where all of TAS is. Also like how at times the game gives a team a whole different tag all of a sudden. So now we have El Bro, which to be fair would be a funny tag. First shot has been fired, no damage has been done. Chewy now pulling back a little bit to reload in peace. Everyone is content to hold. The thing is that because there's such a tiny point advantage in favor of El Bro. I just got them this honestly, but it's funny. That basically means that there's a lot of pressure here, because they could both just let the points go up and up and up. But then in the end they will have to push in, and the thing is, whoever has to push to the other's position is at a disadvantage and prone to lose a lot of HP very quickly. So we have Raluca in the corner there, well not necessarily in the corner, but he is spotting Mess there. No luck, just skill. Doubt that is the real one though. Raluca relocating. And they're all just content to hold. The thing is that they don't need to do anything else. They're holding. They're preparing. Mass is actually pushed over. Oof, Norman takes a big hit there. And Mass is being very careful. Because this is where the main strength is. They don't know that. But he has to be very careful not to overextend here. And slowly but surely, we're edging on. Mista taking a little bit of a hit from George Russell. A little bit more bleeding going on. But it is only very little. And now we have Albert Einstein joining in. He did not get spotted for going there, which is actually quite funny. And all they need to do is stand in the base a little bit. Mess does not get hit there. Now we have, they are bleeding each other a little bit. And they know the AMX is there. The Steves do not have the armor to take that position. And now we have the TVPs moving in, and as a result, AMX misses. They're going after no skill, just luck. Which is not necessarily the juiciest target. Norman Bates looking very unhealthy. Gets taken out first. Albert Einstein tries to get out of there. S is still alive. Chewie is not though. And is going up pretty evenly. Albert Einstein is in trouble. Mess and Verstappen arriving at the scene. And now they're standing in base C. This is making all the difference. If they can kill... No luck, just shield. George Russell is dead. This sounds so weird when you say stuff like that, honestly. Albert Einstein, not looking too healthy, but we're 955. Oof. They do have both bases now. Aside from kills, Tess is not getting any points. And with that one kill, and Albert Einstein surviving on a grand total of 11 HP. 7 Urks has the first one. Yeah, I can see. No reason, thank you. To be fair, this is probably going to be a pretty quiet stream. Like the qualifiers, they're generally quite quiet when it comes to audience and everything. Unless you have like a super excited match. But this is only the first qualifier, so that generally doesn't happen just yet. Because there's not that much pressure. So now we have Tess getting ready with 2 IS-7s, 3 60TPs potentially, 1 Steve and an LT. They're leaving the AMX behind. And 7 Urks is getting ready with an IS-7, an LT, 2 Steves, another IS-7, potentially a Yo and potentially another Steve. But yeah, after this matchup, the second round, we will be following Appa and whoever they will be against, because they had a bye. And let's see, 35 seconds left for everyone to finish readying up. Oh, it's so warm here. I need ice cream, honestly. That's probably what I'm gonna do once the whole tour thing is over today. Ice cream. That or go outside, because it's actually cooling down outside quite nicely now, but the heat is like inside the house. Can't do anything about that. Albert Einstein took a Steve, and Max Verstappen is taking an E6. Big fan of the tank. It's not an easy beastie though. It's kind of like the E5 when it still had the cupola, and that's one reason that I absolutely love it. Oh god, that's not good. Yes, give me a pop-up offer right like when we're loading into the battle. That's like big GG. Let me just see if we can get into battle. That would be nice. Always nice when the game works as intended, isn't it? GG. Hopefully we've not missed too much. Oh, we actually made it in time. What on earth? I'll take it. This is like a relief laughter, really. Nervous relief laughter. Meh. Going into desert. Whereas Misa and Raluca are both going towards the city. And now we have Meh started cap early. But they will catch up to him. Because they're capping with more people. Or at least I thought they would be. Split second. Like literally split second again. So we'll probably come down to kills again. Not sure what happens if you have like a draw in tour. When it comes to point dies. Tess taking defensive positions again. George Russell has been spotted peeking over. But they're sort of doing like the same thing as last time. Chewie. Not getting spotted, but being very careful there. Knowing that is a bit of a precarious position because she can get crossfired. He does get spotted. But so does Albert Einstein. And George Russell again. That's Raluca's fault, I think. First shots have been fired. Chewie taking a bit of damage. Also like how when I'm not moving my mouse, the screen just goes steadily up. I think that's my mouse though, because I'm working on a laptop. So it's not all it's cracked up to be. I would actually love a desktop. But I look at actually taking a hit there from the people on the train tracks. Just being very careful. It has to be that, but now they smell blood. They're moving in. Slowly but surely. Chewie losing quite a bit of HP there. George Russell moving but being careful. We'll get one shot for free probably. And he does take it. And on this other side, we have Urks now moving in on Chewie. They are trying to help him. And now the rest is moving in. Norman Bates again, the first one gone. But there goes Chewie. And we have the rest moving in. Max Verstappen not wanting to be there anymore. Gets taken out. We have Misa and No Skill Just Luck. Basically the focus fire is not quite there for 7 Urks right now. Albert Einstein is almost gone. Tess basically focus firing quite well here. Raluca facing off against Mö. Is high-tailing it out of there. Surviving. No skill. No luck, just skill gets taken out. Raluca not being the most healthy. And we have Mö going after them. And now we're at 770 points. There goes Blazeris. There goes Oct. Some names you can't really say on stream. King Fire Death is now dead. And now it's just S, who's the last one left alive. Versus 3 tanks. And that means the game will be for Urks again. Nice little bounce there though. He is giving it his all. But it's not going to be enough to win the game. And there he goes. Takes his head off. Quite literally. And there we go. We made it back into the game. Don't ask how. Let's hope this doesn't happen again. Lovely little game. But Taz actually did have better focus fire here. There we go, readying up. I'm always like, especially when the game has already crashed once, I'm a little bit nervous about it doing it again. 2-0 in favor of 7 Urks. I am still hoping for a tiebreaker, mainly because of the fact that otherwise I have like 5 replays to show you a gazillion times between this matchup and the next one and that one after that. Seven Urks now ready with an IS-4. 3 Steves, an LT, an IS-7, IS-4. And potentially a VK-72 as we get ready for Malinovka this time. And Tess taking out 3 IS-7s, 2 AMX-54s, a Steve and a VK-72. Mess not quite sure yet if he's going to stick to that. He's switching to his 60TP. And let's see. $14 seconds left. Potential match point for 7 Urks. Ooh. No luck, just skill just went offline for like a split second. I like how my tank has no image anymore. Oh god, is it going to keep doing that? Are you kidding me? Like, literally, I just updated the game today. And it's just, ugh. So we'll probably have to go through all the pop-ups after this. But hey, as long as we actually do load into the battle and actually get the battles, I can forgive the game. Let's see, here we go. Even arrived in time again. Not going for base A. We're probably going for a bush spot to see anyone crossing over. Some people do get spotted. Blazer is going to be spotted for a long time, but it doesn't mean that they will now know where the LT is. Big hits into Raluca. George Russell has to be a bit careful there. Lands a nice one there, but takes one back. And now Tess is taking base C. Moving away. And now Tess has the advantage, even though it started with bleeding from Tess. El Bro now currently has the advantage. Moving in. More shots fired. They know that Albert Einstein was there. King fire, death holding. Has been spotted, has to be careful. There's no one there to actually shoot him, but he doesn't know that. And King fire death can potentially land a few shots into him. Oct moving into the middle here. And he is basically just there. Oh, taking massive hits there. Norman Bates moving in to help. They're both spotted. Those AMXs can pack a wallop. They have to be careful. They can't afford to lose a whole lot of HP here. Chewie shooting, as does King Fire Death. But neither of them take a hit, but neither do Norman Bates and Oct. At the same time, George Russell has moved into base B. Is now being set upon by a lot of guns. Raluca not looking too healthy. But neither is Blazer and neither is George Russell. George Russell needs to make sure that he does hit. But he's not going to survive another reload. He might actually... Ooh, if they get it... Oh! Just in time, though. Both teams lost the gun now. Albert Einstein moving around, losing a lot of hit points. Norman Bates got set on fire. Raluca is still alive. Max Verstappen trying to kill King Fire Death. But both teams losing tanks very quickly. And moving in quite aggressively. And there is no focus fire here. That is basically the thing that is doing them in. Does take that kill. Mess is going to go down, and he does. Takes a hit. Misa is moving in, whereas S is keeping him in place to make sure that he will actually die. Oct goes down. Max Verstappen trying to save his friend, but it's no luck. And now we just have Max Verstappen versus 4 guns. And that shell did not hit its target. And as honestly, Tess has this game, but I think that is purely to do because 7 Urk's focus fire was just not on point. They were all over, not taking the kill shots. And not really, well, I mean, Max Verstappen did, but overall they weren't really focused on saving each other. Someone in the chat just said, I see the game is working normally. Yeah, that's one way of describing it. So it's probably going to keep doing that. So I'm not sure what all pop-ups I will get. So I'm going to take you away from this real quick. Just to get ready in the... Come on. There you go. To see if we... Oh, that's it. It is glitching on the trailers. Frick me. Okay. Here we are. Because the thing is, this is a press account. So sometimes I get things that aren't really public yet. But it's actually glitching on the trailers of the camo offers that you get. It's just... Ugh. But yeah. Okay. Hopefully it will, like, actually not die now. Score is 2-1. Again, potential match point for 7 Urks. And we see them take 2 TVPs, a 60p in LT and 3 Steves. Potentially Max Verstappen might change his mind. And on Tessa's side, we see 2 IS7s, 2 AMX 54s, an IS4 and 2 60TPs. It still feels really weird to say all the racing names, to be honest. All like the famous people names. Because it's not like those people are actually playing Blitz. George Russell has switched to an IS7 now. This is exactly what I mean, yeah, you know? Oh, I can feel my voice going. That's going to be interesting. But yeah. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if the game actually lets me join in normally now without crashing. Because if it was, then it's the trailer that kept crashing the game. And there we go. Woo! To be fair though, I guess it just said earlier, like, surprised to see no Object 777. The thing is that A, this is qualifiers, so statistically speaking, you wouldn't really need to show your trump cards yet. So I don't think that we would see, like, we see general meta, but I think we will see different tank choices. Later on, I mean, like in the, when we get to the top 8 and all. Or maybe later on in the qualifiers. Max Verstappen and Meur moving in. Meur going straight for the cap. And we have S getting spotted. Getting shot at. And again, does get tracked. But manages to get to the building without taking any damage. But Meur in the meantime has kept the base. Now S has taken a big hit there. And is tracked out in the open. And again. And he's basically the sacrificial lamb now. And gets taken out. And the CCPs are like, yeah, let's not go in there. And Raluca, there we go. Actually got stuck against the mountain a little bit. I lost some HP for that. George Russell is holding. And this time 7 Urks has all the advantage. With the base and the guns already. And they need to cap the bases, that's the thing. Blazer gets hit hard. Tries to get out of there, but there's a 40 HP TVP over there. Let's see. Tess holding. Slowly moving. George Russell taking a grand total of 64 damage. And Tess is moving in. They're going after Mess. Probably thinking that he's unprotected. Base C is being kept. Blazer is being basically focus fired. And Blazer it has to be... Oof. Mess goes down. Blazer is not looking too healthy. Takes another hit. George Russell being blocked to make sure that... Ooh, he did not die. Chewie not looking too healthy either. There goes Chewie. George Russell surviving on RNG and aiming issues, I think. King Fire Death goes down. But it is 5 versus 3. Raluca is almost gone. Joka not looking too... Tioka also not looking too healthy. And Mista is the only healthy one left alive. There goes Tioka. And we have Raluca. He HD'd himself to death. GG. And with GG I mean that in the most sarcastic way. Merges went for full on hug and did not survive to tell the tale. Ugh. Sorry about the cost, by the way. There's unfortunately not much I can do about that. It is already a lot better than it was last week, at least. So there we go. 7 Urks takes home this round and goes through to the next one. So let's have a quick look. Aqua through, Unluck as well. No surprises there. Oh, TCM90 got taken out. That's a 90 clan. Imo and Vil are through. Legion and TQT. Raid and Pog and Quick. And Bad as well, actually. That's a good group. Basically, that seems to be still be going for the most part. Rejects. Very strong last game. Yeah, they are definitely through. Against I. And of course, our group. Ooh, Souls versus Appa. That's going to be interesting as well. And then we of course have 7 Urks versus Oppa. But we will be switching to Appa next game. So yeah, that starts in about 23 minutes. So I am going to show you a replay. Let's have a look. I have a grand total of 5 replays right now. I mean, I probably might have gotten more by now, but I can't open Discord because then my laptop would die. So we're just going to be very careful with the games that we've got, and you might see them a few times. Let's see. Honestly, this is one of those. I7 is a tank that I know it's a really good tank. It's got true armor and everything. I don't play it enough. Like, there's so many other tanks that I actually enjoy just more than I enjoy the IS-7. Yeah, it's a best of 5 Baptiste. So it ended up being 3-1. Which is actually not all that bad. It's better than 3-0. Let's see. I know the badge is at the end, but I don't know exactly how he got there. Ooh, cheeky. Can you actually shoot him from there? No, he's not actually watching if he can though. Let's see. And IS-7 basically, it's one of those things like, it's very troll and it can work so nicely. And then the gun is also very troll and it can work so much against you. Nice little bounce. Oof. But that's exactly what I mean. This is like the best side and the worst side of the IS-7s. The gun can be so troll. He's getting a crap ton of assisted damage, but he's not managed to land a single shot yet. There you go. No more 0 damage. Let's see. They are losing guns a lot though. Nice. The TDs, this is something I always find funny. You have like the TDs that are just totally camping. And then they are like calling for help. Because they're the ones that decided to just sit there and stay there forever and ever. He's getting a lovely bit of assisted damage here. The Mets are just rushing in. He just has to be careful. And he is getting some nice help here. Like by the TDs that were calling for help, even though all the enemy forces are right here. The thing that frustrates is not the right word. That baffles me the most. So this guy just seems to use no sniper mode whatsoever. Okay, now of course now he does. But then it still bounces. I don't get it, honestly. But he's blocked quite a bit of damage. He's done a fair amount of damage. He's got a whole lot of assisted damage. Which is actually really funny. I understand he was like, with this being a sort of like a WTF ace. And I get it. I really do get it when you look at it like this. Such a weird game. They're not really keen to move in. We know the Vickers is there somewhere. And they can't let him take the base, because that would... Oh god. Yeah, they definitely need to... There you go. If he survives this though, that would be a miracle. No, he does not. Okay, let's go. The DDs have found their engines, sort of. But they will need more than that. There's only 2 of them. Let's see. Death Star moving in. But they do actually need to get base C and or kill the E100. Otherwise they're gonna lose after all. There you go, that'll do. And just like that, they gain the advantage. There you are. And there he goes. Well done. Weird little ace, but look at that assisted damage though. That's like nearly 5k assisted damage. That's nuts. See, that's the thing. It's low damage as in damage done himself. But so much assisted damage will definitely help you get aces. Let's see. I'm trying to save some for life for later. And here we go. between melting and my voice slowly going, it's actually nice to be streaming again. Would help if you actually like entered the battle though. I don't think the game likes Lagoon. More people are surprised at the i7 of just now. So how is everyone? Is everyone having summer holidays, or are you working force rather than school force? Thing is with Lagoon, I do notice that some people go towards base A. But for me, base C is generally the direction to go because the positioning there is better. You actually have some more cover. Otherwise you get stuff like this. Oh god, I'm absolutely melting. Come on, STB. You know you want to go back further. Ah, he's not that... Oh, hello. Yeah, that's a bit not loving the rock too much. Nice. He's in a bit of a precarious position considering the E4 can actually get hit in the face quite, well, easily I wouldn't say, but not with a lot of difficulty, let's put it that way. And they are losing teammates very, very quickly. That helps. I think he thought that he was reloading. PK moving in. Oof. It's like, if you're in E4, generally this would make you very nervous, but look at that. Well done. He does need some assistance. They are losing teammates quite quickly. TVP is still alive somehow. That T-57 heavy though, he's trying so hard. Oof, low roll. And again, bounce. I don't remember the E4 ever being this roll. Okay, there we go. And now there's all of a sudden only 2 left. Nice. And he's like, I don't want this. Help. Let me out of here. No, I'll set you on fire to boot. There we go. 5k damage done so far. A little bit of assisted damage as well. Nice amount of block damage. Very, very strange game. Seriously, if you're unsure how to play Lagoon, just go towards where base C is. Generally, the positioning is better. It's easier that way. And you can go from there until you get more of a feel from the map. And not actually go towards C, but like that area. Because there's lots of little rocks and ramps and everything. So you can just... Generally, it can work better. Lovely game. Weird game, but lovely game. The thing is at A, you're very likely to just get stuck. So even if I'm in a heavy, I go towards the C direction. So yeah, 1572 basic speed. That'll do it. And of course, Granger's sporting the animated moose avatar, which makes it all the more fun when you know that he's Swedish, and that's so their thing. Both in the colors as well as like the animal itself. Let's see. How long do we have left? Yeah, I think we have about 9 minutes, so I'm not going to start another replay. We get to save a few replays, GG. And there's our group. Room invite should be up in like 5-ish, 6-ish minutes, something there. But basically, like, when it comes to maps, you don't always have to go to the direction that you feel you should go for your role as a tank. You have to find what works for you, and that can be on the other side, rather than the standard side. Like with Black Goldfield, I almost always go towards base A, towards the, like the cave side, so to speak. Because the position there is generally better, and you can make it work more easily. So yeah, that would be my advice. Just find what works for you. You don't necessarily have to go med or light side. Yeah, okay, I'll have to give the E4 a go, honestly. I haven't driven it much. Like, I remember that when I first got it, I was so disappointed. I absolutely loved the T30, and then I finally got the E4, and I was like, this is it? I mean, we are talking about a few years ago, mind you, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Because E4, I basically, when I started the game, I grinded the Yege, and then the 268, and then the E3, and then the E4, and I would have gone for another TD, but there weren't any others at the time. So I went for, I think it was the E5 instead, and after that I went for the IS7 and the E100 and etc. But yeah, that was back in the good old days. Nowadays I don't grind anything, I just free XP the whole line. Like, this is a press account, and it does have more free XP and gold than my main account, but my main account is like stacked. I've got everything, so I don't need to grind for anything, so just spend my free XP on things like the Christmas event and new lines. No more grinding for me. Which is honestly a very relaxing thing. Because, like, I'm fully admitted, total gold noob. No shame in that whatsoever. No, there are no rewards for watching the stream aside from the epic gameplay that you'll get to see. But yeah, with the tank lines, the thing is that tank lines that were like pretty nice before are awful now. Like when I was grinding the E3 line and I was going down the T28 and the T95, I hated the T95, honestly. Not a fan. But yeah, T28 wasn't that bad actually. It was actually quite enjoyable. So yeah, now we just wait for the room invite. We're just basically talking about the good old days. I was so, when I first basically, I liked TDs and I was like an old TD girl and everything, and one of the reasons for that was, is that's one of the reasons why I sniper mode like I do. I sniper mode like half the battle, if not more. And it used to be a lot more. It used to be like 95% of the time. And it worked. Ooh, there we go. Room invite. And it worked like most of the time, because the thing is that if you're in a TD and you have no turret, which until the E4 line there were no TDs with turrets really. Not like in the high levels. So you would just basically, I would drive around and I would just be in sniper mode all the time. And it would work. You learn the maps differently that way. You become hyper map aware. And for me that's really worked out, because that is kind of like my playstyle now. I will be in sniper mode whenever I think that I'm going to meet someone. Because the thing is that if you meet someone in game and you're already in sniper mode, you're already aiming and you can shoot. And your first shot of damage is almost always free damage, because they have to look at you, enter sniper mode, then start aiming and then shoot, and then you're already gone. So that generally does work really well for me. I'm not saying that I'm pro. I mean, nothing like the guys we're gonna see now. I am above average, and that's the part that I settle on. I still learn new things every day. I'm not that pro. My health issues keep me from concentrating much, which is not done wonders for my ability to game, let's say. I used to be a lot better at this game before my health got really, really sucky. Which is still a tad frustrating, but at least I get to commentate tournaments and still see really epic gameplay from other people. Because the thing is that the thing that I love about tournaments is basically just the fact that this is what happens when you have 7 versus 7 with people that coordinate together and that look at things together and then plan together and all of that. And it's just different. You don't find that in randoms. I zoomed somehow. Okay, there we go. Appa, not yet there. But we have souls. Bad souls. Is Stanley getting ready? We see a super concrete and an object 777 potentially too. For Molendijk. Which is, to be fair, one of my favorite maps in the game, honestly. It's definitely the prettiest map. And there we go. Appa Stanley coming in. They are still missing a few players. But this is only like the first time that they have to play tonight. Because they had a bye. Let's see. I am going to take a quick moment and mute myself for a few seconds. 1 sec. Like I warned in the beginning, that would happen every now and again. And sometimes it is needed. Oh, I do hope that I will be less stuffy and less... I have more voice. And I'll have to cough and everything soon. Oh. Which Japanese line do you have left to go, Agassi? I remember that basically when I first got my press, when I became a CC, like January 2016, I got a press account. And the first thing that I did was try all the tier 10 meds. Because basically I had on my own account, I didn't have any high tier medium yet. And I'm talking about the only high tier that I had was the type 59. And I'd only just gone that over Christmas. Which was then when it was released. But yeah, I got my press account, and the first thing that I did was drive all the tier 10 meds. And I aced the SDB on my first game. And I just went to my account and freak speak the line. I was like, I want that. I don't want to grind it. I just want to have it. But yeah, here we go. Soul's ready with an LT, an E5, a Super Conqueror, 2 777s, 2 Steves versus Appa in a Kranwagen, 4 Steves and 2 TVPs. So let's see how that's going to go down. And let's see if we can enter the battle without the game crashing. kind of curious to see how the 777 will perform. Because the thing is that with tanks like this, you have to see if it works in like the high level tour games. Because yes, players like this can always make things work in any situation because they're very OP players. But when you have OP players versus OP players, they know how to handle the tanks. They know how to deal with the tanks. And here we go. We have Kitsune and Last heading towards base A, whereas we see the ship gets fire. And Souls is holding. They are getting ready. I think Last does get spotted. Has to be careful. Does get shot at. Kitsune being very, very careful. They have to be. Oof. Bigula gets spotted. So does Kitsune. And they're like, yeah, let's not be there. Pretending to run away. Whereas the Steves are moving in. Have not been spotted. Bigula took a little bit of a hit. And now we have Elmiri and Kitsune both getting spotted. Uni takes a little bit of a hit. Baba is set on taking that base, and they have done that. Shots fired. Souls is being bled a little bit. Cena being taken. Now we have Kitsune using the building to slowly but surely whittle down and kill Bigula. Has one shot left. Lands it in Expect, who is being absolutely obliterated and goes down. Uni in the middle, losing a little bit of HP, but the rest of Appa is moving around, going after Zuloyo. Probably pronounced that all wrong, but A. And he really wants to get Ventium. He did land a hit there. And there he goes. Mixu has also been taken out. Regi's not looking too healthy. Uni turning around. Ooh, Sisu went AFK, looks like. Bikri gets taken out, and now it's just Sin getting surrounded. I'm actually getting set on fire to add insult to injury. And Kitsune gets the kill there. Look at the damage spread though. Like, I mean, damage isn't everything in tool games, but I'm always pleasantly surprised, that's the term I was looking for, when I see a team that has like a damage spread. And it's like, of course there's differences and everything, but everyone did their fair share. So for the second game on Monadek, Souls is getting ready in an LT in E5, a Super Conqueror, 2 777s, and 2 Steves. And let's see, on the other side, Appa getting ready with Da Silva taking a Kranwagen. We see 3 Steves, a TVP, and potentially another Steve and another TVP, if they're ready up like this. And there we go. Everybody ready. 27 seconds left to go. Sorry I'm not talking much in between. I'm actually resting my throat a little. Trying to keep the, let's say, babble to a bit of a minimum. That's also the main reason why, with the streams and everything, I am streaming, but I'm only streaming the 3rd days, because the thing is that with my health issues, I don't recover quickly, so I need to account for that. But here we go. Yes. Toyon for the win. Fun fact, by the way, Toyon is actually joining me on the next stream of day 3 of Qualifier 2. And she'll be joining me there. So that's going to be great fun. TVP's again heading towards A. Soul's not going there now, all heading towards the city. And the TVPs are safe to cap. Do not get spotted for it. Blind shots happening, but Last does not get shot. C gets taken. Now I have the Silva and Sin spawning each other in the middle. Landing a bit of a hit there. And we have Appa rotating back. They have the point advantage. They don't really need to do anything. They just need to stay where they are. Soul's also rotating back. Again, Sin and the Silva, the only ones that are spotted. Sin missing. And now they are rotating around. Kitsune appearing in the middle there. Big Kui heading towards base A. Trying to see if anyone is there. Now realizes someone is there. Vantium immediately realizes it as well. First blood has been drawn well outside from Sin. But he is turning around, and that should give them a pause, because now Lars is there. He's not been spotted. Big Kui is getting blind shotted. Quite badly, at my dad. But they are crossing over, and they know that this... They felt that this would happen. Kitsune moving with the Steves going after Pigula. Pigula, honestly, I'm not sure what the tone should be there. There goes Pigula. Teams have stolen each other's bases. Sin getting shot to 777s. Moving in. TVP is reloading. And Souls is having a bit of trouble here. Now Lars is reloaded. Is landing every single shot. And now if Kitsune arriving as well. Ventium not looking too healthy, but Zulio goes down first. Zulolo. Base B has been kept. Da Silva is not looking too healthy. And he might die for it, but Sisu has been taken out. Base B is being invaded. Mixu gets taken out, so does Expect. And only Sin is left. The first one to get blooded. The first one to take damage stays alive. In the meantime, Windows is wanting to install updates, and I'm like, no, thank you. Hey, Dogstorm. I'm actually half sick. That's why I keep doing things like that. But still alive. Melting in the heat. hopefully going to be cooler tomorrow, and then it will be like manageable. Just need to get like basically the heat out of the house, and that's the issue. So yeah, 1 minute left to go, just over, before we go into the third game of this best of 5. Potential match point for Appa. If they win the next game, then they are through to the next round. And there we go, we see a 1-1B. We see 3 Steves, 2 DVPs and a Kranwagen as we move back to Lagoon. Well, we haven't seen it at all, but yeah. Really curious to see what they do here, because that's also the thing. What happens in tours does not necessarily work in normals, and the other way around. So the tactics that you see here might not work at all in regulars. But there we go. Soul's taking 3 AMX 50Bs, 2 E5s and 2 Steves. And let's see. Kind of curious to see where they go, what positions they take and everything. Because random player wise, like I said, I much prefer the med side rather than the heavy side. Around base, the just not get locked down. Let's stick with Elmiri a little bit, and Kitsune heading towards base C. Regi's shooting the ground because why not? And we seem to be having a showdown at base C soon. Going to try and show you all of it. Blind shot happening with some with what? And Miri gets spotted. So does Sulolo and Sisu and Mixu and Sin. They want Elmiri. And they want him badly. But they are losing a lot of HP, and Elmiri is so far still alive. Even not looking the most healthy. Bikwi now also arriving. Lots of bleeding happening. Oh! That is an ammo rack. Honestly, though. That is so mean. You don't see an MX getting ammo racked all that often, though. Regis gets taken out. But so far there are 3 guns gone from Soul's side. Very aggressive gameplay. Might have worked out well. Even not for the ammo rack, and that just gave Appa all they needed to just push. Phantom and Amiri both go down. But there goes Sisu. Sin is reloading, is not going to be able to reload in time. Expect 1 of 2 left versus 4. And there's just too many guns. He might still get another shot in, but that's gonna be it. There goes Spigula. And Expect is the last one left alive. And Jennifer watches on. Ah, kerfuffles. See, now that rings the bell at least. Brutal little game. That ammo rack though, that is just so sad. They were doing quite well, and the instinct was well to go after Elmiri like that and all. Well then. Let's see when our next game is. Yeah, we have like 35 minutes left. I've got 3 more replays for you. Oh, we might see multiple replays again. I do actually have another IS7 replay from the same guy, but different game. Let's see. Different map too, that always helps. That last IS7 game was so weird though. Let's see. Pretty camo. That's the thing though. I mean, I've gushed about this before. There are so many freaking pretty camos in the game these days. And I've got such... I'm always saying FOMO, but the thing is that I get these certs and then I'm afraid to use them because I'm afraid I'll regret what tank I put them on, and then later on there will be a new tank and I was like, oh my god, it would have looked so good on that instead. And there's just so many pretty camos in the game. Graphics department, like also with the maps and everything, and also the new tank designs as in with the camos and the animations and everything. They just do such a fantastic job. I absolutely love them. Let's see. I actually saw a little clip on Facebook today where we actually had someone... Nice shot. Where someone was driving the Death Star and he was looking at someone and they got ammo wrecked. And then they shot and they ammo wrecked someone else. And it was actually kind of mean. Just the way that all went. It's like double ammo wreck in a row. They're actually getting in each other's way. GG. There you go. To me, ammo wrecks are part of the game though. I find them quite funny. And they can be frustrating when they happen to you, but overall, they work for you as well as against you. There you go. Yeah, kids often forget that as the actual weak spot. Yeah, you can actually get shot like that. Nice. Nice little bit of crossfire together with the E100 there. Oh, E100 is moving in though. As is the Sheridan. Cap off. Let's see. I would have gone back into the corner. Corner is a good position to be in. They have 2 bases. They can definitely win this on points alone if they survive. But that's also why I would have wanted to stay in the corner, because you have like easier defending time. Easier way to defend the corner, let's say. They are like seriously working hard to get in each other's way there. I think it's not going to be enough. They will need base C or a kill. Oof. A little bit too impatient there. Because the thing is, they do need the base. And they know this. And he kind of has to share his HP. And he does not really want to, which I also can understand. What? That's an important bounce. The 100 still survives. Don't know how he did that. What? There we go. If the Sheridan leaves that base though, they lose. And he knows it. Oh my god. He needs to bounce one. The Sheridan is actually helping the FE. As in, helping the I7. And there you go. He might actually still die. Well done. Well, no, I'm not talking about those kind of camos. I'm not pro enough to get the pro camos, so that's all fine. Beautiful game, by the way. Weird game, but beautiful. $1,652 basic speed dash. Now this was definitely a deserved ace. Let's see, but I mean like... I'm not talking about the pro camos, I mean this camo for instance. Look how dropped that gorgeous that is. It is so freaking pretty. I want it on all my tanks, but there's like... They have like for spring and autumn and winter things too. And Wargaming actually showed the tool players that and they were like, we don't want that. I'm like, how can you not want that? I mean, I'm happy that they don't want that because that means that I have a chance of getting it because we got like orders like this. But it is just gorgeous, and there's like several camos like that, like all the animated new ones, and then for the legendary camos and everything. Like if we go to the office now, since we this one for instance. Can you actually you can't preview it, can you? Yeah. Actually, I'll do that later. But like. You have a whole bunch of them. This one, however, that camo is just no. But that's the battle pass. Come on, we've got more than that. This camo as well. It's just beautiful, and that's not even animated. It's just gorgeous. Well, some of the camos are like hella expensive. That's it for the alphas. But there's more camos out there. This update. But like all the new camos, they're just really, really pretty. But yeah, let's see, I got 2 more replays for you. Oh, you have like half an hour left, GG. Let's start with this, curious. Ooh, W. He did say double ace, so I'm really curious about that bot. Oh, it's so warm here. Let's see. The thing is with HE, I tend to never go for a kill shot with HE unless I have no other choice and can't hit any other part of them. Because there's just that much of a risk of it not doing what you want. I'd much rather just go for Premo and Premo the hell out of them. Let's see. My fidget spinner is so satisfying. You can balance it on your thumb and just have it spinning. Let's see. Yeah, being quite forwards. I like going to this position too. He does get spotted. There's only one lone guy all the way at the back there. He's not stupid enough to. He got massacred, honestly. There you go. First shot in. Now he has to be careful though. I think most of them are around there, so you can change your position to make it work. My highest damage ever was AK in the E100 on Himmelsdorf, but that was before they started counting stuff. Sorry. I do apologize for any sounds like that, honestly. I can't do much about it, unfortunately. Nice clip. I think on my account I would have to check. I don't know by head because I know it's not my actual highest damage. Nice. That is such a cheeky position to be in though. But when it works, when you've got some support behind you, that is a really fun position. Oof, hate it when that happens. Like, yeah, you can say a lot about things that Wargame does that you don't agree with and everything. But honestly, when it comes to the camos, you can't not love them. They're fantastic. The graphics department has just basically aced the game. Absolutely love their work. The Mino is there as well somewhere. I'll check after this game which battle is like, which tank has my registered highest damage. Nice. Even guns now. For as long as it lasts anyway. And the thing with the camos though, I love pimping my rides. I don't play this game for realism. I don't care if a tank looks real or not. I just like it when it's colorful and interesting. Oof. Oh dear. Danger, danger. I would fix my tank in this case just to avoid getting set on fire. There you go. Lovely teamwork, honestly, this. You will probably get the kill, the two, mate. There you go. Beautiful game. But yeah, there was this one game. It was back when we still had +2, -2 matchmaking as well, I think. I had a game on Himmelsdorf and it was alone versus 4. Even my E100, and this came at me 1 by 1. And I wouldn't say that it was easy, but they could have so easily won if they had worked any bit together. So we know that this is an ace. And the other thing that I want to show you is that this is an ace as well. Beautiful game, honestly. Look at the carry. Well done. Let's see. Wasn't actually loading me there. That is the weird thing. That's not me. Okay, my most damage in battle on my account that is registered is 6,000 in the Death Star. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that game. That was such a weird game because that was basically sort of like, I wasn't trying to camp, but it's more like all the enemies were on the other side of the battlefield, so I just went the wrong way, so to speak, and I just got some really beautiful shots in. Very funny game. And I don't even like the Death Star, so that's saying a lot. Let's see. One more replay to show you. And then we're officially out of replays. Again, if you have any aces that you want me to show off on stream, then make sure to join my Discord server. Ooh, it's another Lagoon game. But yeah, make sure to join my Discord server. There's a channel there that is called Tournament Season Replays. Post your replays there with a screenshot of the battle results so that I can see it's an ace. And then I will happily show it off on stream. Because I can't play PC to save my life, so I'm really just sort of like filling the time with these. And it's just fun to watch and fun to talk about what goes well, what goes wrong and everything. It's kind of like boosting people's egos. Because they post these and I'm like, ooh. That's usually why back in the day when I posted videos, like when I actually actively made videos, I would focus on the games that ended on a loss or a draw, because people can learn a lot from any game. But the thing is that when they win, their argument will be like, yeah, but we won, didn't we? So why would I, etc. Oh, bit of a replay lag. This is also one of those things that I actually need to give another chance. I don't play Tier 9 a lot aside from the Optic 752. I love how the replays is so derpy. The thing is with auto reloaders, like normal ones are fine. But when you have reserve shells, you need to take that into account and you need to not shoot your reserve shells. And a lot of people don't realize that and they fire them after all, and then they have a super long reload and then they don't understand why their stats suck and why they die so much. Well, that's why, really. That shot still went in, but we didn't even see it. This replay is derpy. Come on then. You're gonna miss out on all the damage if you don't shoot him. There you go. I like how we just don't see him shoot, actually. Well, to be fair, if I'm showing a game on stream, it's likely to end on a carry. With good and proper carry pants. At least for someone. Come on. Yes, obviously it's his fault, not yours. Beautiful. Oh god, nice. On this last shell though. You will need a long reload for that. It's not impossible, just not easy. He just needs to make sure to reload the other shell as well. There you go. He kinda has no choice. He has to move forwards or backwards. But he needs that third shell first. There you go. I like how we just see no shells flying at all. Caliban can do such explosive damage. T54E1 is cussing at people first, and then trying to give pointers. Give pointers first, and don't cuss at people maybe. Nice shot. We didn't see it happen, but it was a nice shot. Honestly, you do learn a lot from replays if you... Oh, well, if the replay works properly. That's one thing. But if you can identify your own mistakes, that's the best way to learn in the game. Let's see. Look at that though, what a carry. Well done. Let's see. How long do we have left? Yeah, 14 minutes, something there. Aqua and Unluck. Top 2. B-Love and Immol. Vil in the battle for 3rd place. Legion and TQT. Quick and Raid. Rejects. And ZGS. And Appa and Oppa. Let's have a look. Ooh, I recognize some of those names though. Whoopa. But also, like, these camos though, they're so pretty. Like, there's just so many fantastic camos in the game right now. It's honestly, it's amazing. I love it. Let's see what's in the store then. Of course, the M60 with the animated avatar and a very cool camo as well. This is also one. Like, look how cool that looks though. It's very nice. Of course, we got the TS60. That's like, if you don't like tanks, then this is the one to get. Because you won't like... Yeah. You won't like it. Hey, Immortal. Astron Rex is a bit These two, though. These two are glorious, both of them. Love them. Some of my favorite tier 8 tanks. Of course, the Battle Pass. This one is air. That one is air. Which ones are these exactly? They're very This one, however, is glorious. This is seriously, this is one of my favorite tanks. I calibrated on this tank alone. I'm actually going to show you that. I calibrated in 10 battles at this. This is my best calibration ever. I just... That is how I did it. Lost one. But just... beautiful. Higher average damage than most of my tier 10 tanks. But yeah, this is my go-to tank for ratings. It works so beautifully. So basically when you... if you do want to have like a very good tank... It is expensive, don't get me wrong. It is expensive. But it is fantastic. Actually, I have like this secret reroll. And I call it secret because I keep it anonymous. Because I only play it so I can play anonymously. And I actually got it there as well now. Which I'm very happy with. Even though like... I did not intend to spend a lot of money on that account. It has some of my favorite tanks on there. And they genuinely are premiums. The one thing that I'm really missing though, is the carrot. There are 2 tanks that I do not have on my account. Well, 3 tanks. Lorraine Fearless, T49 Fearless, and the carrot. And I really want the carrot. So yeah, more tank advertisements. Oh, this is also like it's They're not bad. They're just not great. I like the tech tree version is better. I got so ooh. Yeah, okay, let's get that then. As you can see, I don't really play on this much. But we can definitely unlock some camos. And not all of them look great though. This one it's relatively boring, but it's also relatively old. But there's just so many pretty camos out there. Like, how cool is this though? Like, honestly. I also like this one. It's very pretty. Very stylish. But there's just so many. Like, this is relatively dull in comparison at times. Because that's the thing. Like, when you get spoiled with all the animated camos and how cool everything looks and all of that, and you get stuff like this, it's awesome. And then you get like these pretty dull ones. This one is cool though with the barbed wire and everything. I'm just casually spending some gold. Like, this is also pretty cool. I miss the small gun on the KV1. That used to be so much fun. Also this, like, the way that they stack these things, I love it. I mean, this is a press account. The gold is I can spend all of it. But you can also definitely see which are the all camos. Like these camos, this one is quite nice actually, but some of the all camos don't seem to really fit. Like, this is an old one and it looks like, compared to the new ones, it just lacks a little. I'm just spending gold here. This is also one of the pretty camos. Like I said, I don't need things to be realistic. I love stuff like this. Like with the flowing lava on the gun. Just look at, I'm not sure, yeah, you can see that. You can see it flowing here, the lava, and so it's so cool. I love it. And every time I spend gold to buy one, I get another offer. So let's leave it at that for now. But yeah, there's a lot of very pretty camos in the game right now. Don't have that many on here. But this one though is so pretty. And I love the boss mode camo. Let's see. It doesn't offer me all that many camos here. This one is also one of my favorites. It's absolutely gorgeous. See, this is basically camo time with Amulet. I also quite like this. Like, they made the premium account camo so much better. It's actually nice looking. But yeah, there's so many pretty camos in the game. And even though I don't have many on my press account, I've got quite a few stuff on my main account. But it's awesome. And I can only give kudos to the graphics department, honestly. When you ask something in the chat, like, that does look nice, will you go for it? You have to basically be a bit specific. Because of the delay, I will only see your measure 3 minutes later. And I will have long since forgotten which tank that was exactly. So now we're just waiting for the room invite, which shouldn't be away too long. Also getting tagged on Discord places. But yeah. Let's see. There we go. There's a room invite. Accept and out. For the last matchup of the evening. To be fair, one of my favorite camos in the game is the Fan Zone camo, which is basically the paintball camo. It's awesome. Let's see. Just over a minute left to go before we can go into the room and prepare for battle. Every time I get like messages in my family app when I'm streaming, I'm always like, I kind of need to check what it says to make sure that nothing's really happening. Luckily, nothing is really happening. Good stuff, good stuff. So nothing to worry about. Let's see. I also really need to, like, I'm going to be giving away 20 T77s, which is a lot. And I really need to decide how to, really need to launch the little competitions that I will do for that. I did say that I was going to launch that yesterday, but then I felt awful and just no. But yeah, if you want to have a chance to win a T77, join my Discord server. I will be posting the little contest that I will do for that you have to do for that. Like, probably tomorrow instead. And then you have a chance to win a T77. Contest won't be running too long. I'll only give it like until Sunday, I think. Wednesday to Sunday is a good timing, I think. Yeah. And then after that, you might be the lucky owner of a T77. And there we go. Let's go into the room and get ready to watch Appa versus Oppa. Yes, that is not lost on me. See, this is the thing. I like stuff like that. Oh, I want the seasonal camos like on all my tanks though. Like not the pro camos, but like the ones that you have in the order right now. They are so pretty. I can't believe people said no to that. Let's see, 1.5 minutes left to go. And we have Whoppa ready with 2 TVPs, a Super Conqueror, an IS-7, and 2 Steves and potentially the AMX 50B. And then on the other side we see a Yo, a TVP, an LT, and 4 left undecided. Let's see. Two 60 pieces. Oh, maybe not. 42 seconds left to go before we go into the battle. We are going to Oasis Palms. It is a best of 7. And we see a Yo, a TVP, 2 60Ps, an LT, and 2 Super Conquerors. No Steves this time. That's going to be interesting. I have the paintball camo on the shit one. It's fantastic. It's glorious. I also used the legendary camo since it got that, but honestly, the Fan Zone camo actually does look amazing on it as well. Like, you have to respect the dimensions of that tank. And here we go. Into the first game. I was just gonna say, it is gonna let me in, isn't it? And let's see. Let me load in. Let's see. There we go. Few seconds late, but nothing too bad. Lost. Moving into the desert. Spotting both TVPs, getting spotted himself as well. Spotting most of the people crossing into the desert. And he is like, let's not be there. Super Conquerors are waiting. Base B is being kept quite cheekily. Mikiroshka. They are attempting to decap that base. It's costing them some HP. And Appa did get the base, so they have an advantage there. He is still getting shot at, but so far he's not been hit. Elmiri. They do know where he's about. The thing is that Chipsick is getting hit. He knows where he's getting hit from. And he was actually shooting the other side. Shooting the other bush there. Well, shooting the other hiding space, let's say. C is being kept. But Appa has a comfortable lead of about 120 points and quite a bit of HP. They are pulling back now. Uni holding the middle. Also being careful to make sure that... Oof, Kitsune. Oh, that shot not penning. He is absolutely getting murdered here. Look at that. That is the power of 2 TVPs clipping. Kitsune deciding to not want to be there anymore. Spin down taking a LT hit, meaning he gets spotted for longer. Uni being blooded a lot. Kitsune. TVPs have been reloaded now. That is an issue. That shot not penning though. Uni gets taken out. Da Silva now being clipped. Future Simple goes down. Elmiri is not looking too healthy either. There goes Kitsune. Lost. Going after Chipsick. And so far, RNG is not with Appa here. Some of these shots should have definitely been kill shots. And it just not worked. Da Silva goes down. Spin down. Oh! Oh, but he still does not survive. But that was... He nearly survived a split second longer. Elmiri gets taken out. 2 versus 4. But 2 relatively healthy Appa. They have taken the base. They do need those bases. Ventium moving back. Has to get that kill shot. He does not get it though. And now it's just Regis. 900 points. And the first game is for Whoppa. Going in for the hug. Hug does not work. But Regis will not survive. And there he goes. Very well played here, but I think this was also a bit of RNG here. With those 60 TP shots not betting on, well, basically light armored tanks. Not like light tanks, but lightly armored tanks. Well played by Oppa there. Zero 1. And we are getting ready for the second game of this match. Let's see. Appa taking out a 777. 3 Steves, an LT, and potentially 2 TVPs. And on Oppa's side, we see 2 Super Conquerors, an AMX-54, 2 Steves, 9-7, and potentially another Super Conqueror. For the second game on Oasis Bombs. Oh, Saturday should be a lot cooler than it will be like survivable to sit here and stream. I actually have my window open, it's not really doing anything. 23 seconds left to go. Troll is the only one that still needs to ready up. And there we go. Everybody ready. And let's see. Here we go. We actually loaded in on time as well. Reiki shooting down some cover. This is a good tactic though, like in the beginning of a battle, drive through everything you can because then it can't give you away later. Last. Spawning Ixte. Not the rest though, but the Steves are there too and the Super Conquerors are coming as well. And last has been spotted as has Elmiri. Tiny bit of damage. Most of Appa has been spotted. They are being careful. Last is heading around. TVPs and Steve's holding. And look at that cluster of tanks. So if they were to push there, they would be in for a world of hurt. And Oppa just needs to be very patient there. And they are giving the impression that Ixte is alone. But the thing is, Appa is not stupid either. They are pulling back. And not pulling back as in running away, but more pulling back as in sensing that something is not quite right. Elmiri not spawning the people crossing over. This is tricky though. If they manage to arrive there without getting spotted and they get the shots in, like now, but the Steve's actually going around, it's giving up at the time to get out of there and retreat and take base A and B. Vanzium gets tracked. Does not lose more HP for it though. They all reach the gaps. Base C is being capped. But Appa now has 2. And they are pushing in. Going after Lambda and Troll. Now they have to be careful because they are getting crossfired. Oppa has turned around. Landa is almost gone. There he goes. And now we have Troll going into the corner there. Elmiri not looking too healthy. Has to be careful. Definitely needs help. Has no help. Might be having some ping issues as well. Survives not a reload, if barely. Regis is almost gone. Elmiri gets taken out. Regis still alive. Mirakosha and Regis both go down now. Uni Pros to noob gets taken out. 4v3. And Appa has 2 bases. Uni goes down though. 3v3. And basically, they're hightailing it out of there. There's one, well, they're both Steves, so they're not, like, immobile. And Kitsune decides to not want to be there anymore. They do have to save the bases, though. Lost is there. Overlooking the things. Chipstick gets spotted. And now Sylvan takes base C as base A is being stolen. And now we have Spin Down. Losing some HP for that. And we enter the game of points. Because this is the thing. Kitsune is lying in wait. Doesn't have a target. They do cap base B. But it shouldn't be enough. Appa should be able to win with 1 base. But now we have Chipstick moving in. Kitsune got spotted. Kitsune has to be careful though. He has to survive. Because if he dies, then all is lost. We actually got tracked there. And I think they know that. Spin Down is not looking too healthy. Kitsune. Oh, Spin Down goes down. They need that kill. They did get the track shot. Oh, they do not get the kill. They should still have it though. Troll. Get shot. Lost. Way too healthy here. Not letting himself be killed. And they win. And he still gets the kill. Beautiful game here. Ring around the roses a little bit. Base game and everything. Beautiful. And look at that damage though. I mean, like, I've said this before, damage isn't all important in tours because it's a team game. But look at that damage though. Honestly, fantastic game. These are the games we do it for, really. Beautiful. One minute and 12 seconds left to go before we go into the 3rd game of this best of 7. We are moving on to another map. We're going to Naval Frontier. And let's see. We see that Silva now taking a 777. We have Kitsune TVP, an AMX 54, 2 Steves, a VK72, and potentially another 777. Versus 2 777s, 1 121B, 2 Steves. Oh, 2 121Bs even. 2 Steves and potentially an AMX 54. I think the last game might have gone entirely different had those Steves stuck with the Super Conquerors and they managed a track shot or something on one of Appa's tanks. And here we go. Let's see. Oh, Kitsun sporting the Retas. Probably pronouncing that all wrong. Oppa sticking together. And towards the base A section with the 777s going towards the middle. Mikiroshka gets spotted. They're being very forwards. And the two TVPs are there. They're waiting for people to get out of there. Guns pre-aimed. Base A being taken. We have Appa rotating back. Elmiri taking a hit there. Oppa's positioning being really good here. Now if the TVPs... They have just enough armor to be troll though, that's the thing. Elmiri losing a lot of HP. Troll gets taken out. But the armor that Elmiri was supposed to have is gone. But Oppa did lose 2 tanks there. Lost losing quite a bit of HP. Holding now. Wanted to get shots in. Not really waiting for the rest of Harper to arrive before they move in. TVP's bypassing. Uni. Look at this sort of like tandem work though. Beautiful. And Oppa's trap started so well, but basically backfired. Chipstick actually got set on fire as well, which is not helping. And now Chipstick is almost gone. Kitsune arriving. Having not even reloaded yet, but doesn't really matter. They have this game for sure. Spin down, losing a lot of HP very quickly, goes down. And now it's just Landa. Ooh, bit too fast there. And the TVPs, half loaded or not, are being mean. But it's Regis that takes the kill. Again, beautiful game. Come on. My game is being a bit derpy again. At least it's not crashing. Let's see. 2-1. No match punches yet, as it is a best of 7, which means that the first team to reach 4 victories wins. But we have Oppa ready with 2 121Bs, 2 215Bs, an IS-7, 3 121Bs even, an AMX-54. I can't count, it's very difficult. And on the upper side we see 2 777s, 2 Steves, 2 TVPs and a Yo. And there we go, they stuck with that lineup. 20 seconds left to go before the second battle on Naval Frontier. Let's see. And here we go. This is the thing though, when you have like these gorgeous TVPs and they just play together and they sort of wolf back together, it's just absolutely beautiful. And let's see if they can do that again. The instigator and the retters. I keep wanting to say it in a French way, but I know it's not French. Honestly. I need to work on my pronunciation. Kitsune does get spotted though, has to be careful. The 1-to-1 bees are wolf packing. First shot. First damage has been done into Landa. And another one. Ventium getting shot at. And lands another one back. Oof. Troll losing quite a bit of HP. The 1-to-1 bees not managing to get out of there safely. Da Silva moving forwards, actually not taking it for that. Now Miri moving in. They want to go after Uni. Uni's losing a lot of HP very, very quickly. Now we have Kitsune turning around. Going after Ollivander. Ollivander barely escapes with his life. Ventium still has a shot in the gun. Lands it into Landa. Troll gets taken out. Future Simple not looking too healthy. Gets taken out as well. Lost. Well, originally wanted to go after Landa, I think. But now just goes for the target close to him and just wolves back. XD. Ollivander still alive. Last takes the big hit. And this is actually funny because now he's just the bait. And Landa goes down. Regis might go down. But overall, it is 2. Oh, and he got actually set on fire as well. Poor lamb. But Last finishes him off. And the game is for Appa. Beautiful game. Again. It was a very aggressive game. A little bit of, like, well, I can't really call it hyper aggression, but sort of like aggression. Now we have a potential match point for Appa. If they win the next game, then they win the matchup tonight. And they are currently sporting 2 AMX 54s, 3 Steves and 2 TVPs, 4 Nube. And on Oppa's side, we see 2 Super Conquerors, 2 VK 72s, 2 777s and 1 Steve. $36 left to go. And I think it's kind of like we've seen it in previous seasons as well. Then Appa starts with being behind and they win because it's kind of like they take one battle to get into the flow of things and after that you just go, go, go. And it's not like hyper aggression or anything, it's just like really smooth gaming. That's honestly one of the reasons I absolutely love watching them, because when they are in their flow it just works so beautifully. see. There we go. APA heading towards base A. Leaving base B for what it is. Base C is being taken. They're gonna have to avoid the point advantage being too big for APA, even though they have like a comfortable lead, so they can take little risks like that. Especially considering now APA will also take base B because it's completely unprotected. They don't know that yet. So they are waiting carefully. First shots have been taken. 6 damage has been done to Landa. They've not moved into base B. Uni is now. That is cheeky though. This might be very much trying to get them. He's bait. He's really bait. He is bait. He is a sacrificial lamb. The thing is not going to survive this. That's the thing. But it did cost them quite a bit. Base B now being kept. They both lost the tank for that. Now we have the rest of APA arriving behind. Base B being taken. Reiki's very low on HP though. He's not going to survive another reload from anyone. And they know it. There he goes. XD not looking too healthy either. Da Silva turning around. Landa gets taken out as well. Uni being the bait actually worked really well here. Surprisingly well. Da Silva goes down. And we have Future Simple now arriving. Ventium goes down. It is 3v3. With a very unhealthy Miki Roshka, who does get taken out by Lost, who is now reloading his clip. 2 versus 3. That shot hitting the gun of the corpse. How unlucky is that? They do not have the base. Well, at least they do have the point. APA has the point advantage. Last now arriving. They take our Future Simple. Chip sick. Base B is not even being capped. They're just going for it. Because Chip sick is the last one left alive. And Last can take a big hit. He can survive it just fine. But here's the last one left. Kitsune. It's all about who reloads first, but it's Kitsune that gets the kill. That trap though, by Uni, basically going for that, calling attention to himself, making them cross over. Excellent trap. Really, really nicely. And look at that damage though. 3 people, well, near or above 4k. Beautiful. And again, like I said, damages and everything in the tool game and everything. But when it's like this and you have like the trap and everything, it's just beautiful to watch. So congratulations to APA for winning the grand finals today. Let's see how this is going. 4-0 for Aqua. There's not that many groups, so I'm just having a quick look at the scores. Emo taking home this matchup. Also want to see how Veil is doing. They came 4th in the end. Legion versus DQT. Legion dominating. But of course, there is Whoops. You asked about that, kerfuffles. And Eggy's back. Ooh. Lots and lots of pretty much like famous names, to be honest. Now we have Raid versus Quick. That one is still going on. Bad versus Pog. That should be over because I think... I'm not actually sure if that's set on time. Pog took that home. Rejects doing well here, winning 4-1. And of course, our very own Appa bringing it home today as well. So that's it for me tonight. I will be back on Saturday with the third day of the second qualifier. And I should be here together with Toyon. So make sure to join us. If you have any replays that you want me to show off on tour streams, make sure to join my Discord server. There's a channel there called Tournament Season Replays. And you can post your aces there. And I'll happily show them off on stream. So I hope you all have a very lovely evening. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you, Appa, of course, for the absolutely lovely gameplay that we've seen tonight. And of course, Souls and Oppa and 7 Urks as well. It's been fun. Have a lovely evening, everyone. And I'll see you all on Saturday. Bye-bye.